The data you refer to are data not from the Western, are data from the eastern part of the world. Physicians there are very good and very skilled. Uh, I have some concern about the real clinical significance of this outcome. Double stenting was put into the guideline. I'm still have some concern about the real significance of that, and I still continue to think that double stenting should be used only in very selected cases when the complexity of the bifurcation is really huge. Otherwise, I think that crossover stenting, following the European Bifurcation Club recommendation, is still the preferred way to do bifurcation, at least in my part of the world. Because the data are incorporated into the guidelines, the current guidelines, it is obvious that many physicians around the world are taking this kind of recommendation as into their clinical practice, and we will see if objectively the data are real basis or not. Um, the technique, the Chinese technique, the DK crush technique for making clear to everybody is a very good technique and very brilliant. My concern is about the quantity of metal into the carina. Our study, by the way, our computer flow dynamic study and our clinical study seems to suggest that two metal is not the right way, but the important thing is that the clinical outcome. So apparently in that part of the world, the clinical outcome for that technique are very good, and I have no doubt about the goodness of and the quality of the follow-up. But in the other part of the world, it's still to be proved that this kind of technique has the same outcome. So I think that we will see in the future if this way is the right way. I'm still pursuing other ways to do that, in particular left main, where the amount of metal is very important. And if you left too much metal into the carina and the bifurcation of left main, that is probably the only bifurcation that we have to take in account. The other bifurcation probably not so significant. I think that probably other techniques may be realized in the future better outcome if we consider all the aspects of the bifurcation, such as the rheology and the physiology of stenting after of the bifurcation after stenting.